area, so we do have a local office, and I do have a brochure if anyone's interested in family services. Our other sponsor tonight is NAMI, and we have a couple representatives from NAMI tonight. Their board, we have Jerry and Marjorie and Annette from our local NAMI office tonight.
And Mary Ann.
Oh, Mary Ann, hello. Welcome. Thank you all. And we also have, of course, our sponsor tonight. I'd like to thank Bridgeway for this lovely venue for us to have this event tonight. And Diane PGCZ is here. And some of you are members of this program, and I want to thank you all for coming, and I want to thank Bridgeway for sponsoring. I'd like to introduce you to Tracy Klingner, who is here from the Mental Health Players, and she is also a co-worker of mine at the Mental Health Association of Essex and Morris. So these players and this program is sponsored by the Mental Health Association. And we want to welcome them and all the players tonight, and she'll introduce you to the rest of them and then start our scenarios for the night. Before we start the scenarios, I'd like to also let you know that tonight is also, we're hoping to enlighten you to what a new campaign in the Sussex County area called Campaign to Change Direction. Now, changedirection.org is something that the freeholders of Sussex County signed a resolution to promote and to help promote mental health awareness and people with mental health conditions, and help us recognize when someone needs help. And what that campaign is based on is the 5 signs, and know the 5 signs. I'm going to pass these out to you so you can each take a bookmark. And there's also some handouts on the table over there that explains the 5 signs a little further. And tonight, our players are going to give you some scenarios that will highlight these signs and help us recognize when someone is having a need for mental health assistance. Okay?
If I can add on the bookmark, you'll find a web page that'll take you right to a Sussex County Health and Human Services Department page that'll give you local resources for mental health.
So thank you, Carrie and Jerry and the individuals from Bridgeway. So as Carrie stated, my name is Tracy, and I brought the players here tonight. So the players are a group of volunteers, and we're going to be performing some role plays, like Carrie stated, that involve the 5 signs. So you guys, as the audience, are going to say what signs you see in the role play, and then also what might be helpful in talking to this individual. Maybe you've experienced these signs, so things that have been helpful to you when you might be experiencing symptoms. So I would like to invite up Joanne and Glenn. So in the first scenario, you're going to be seeing Glenn and Joanne meeting for lunch. And really the purpose of the role play is to talk about the difference between normal stress and symptoms of a mental illness. And we're really going to focus on, out of the 5 signs and the Change Direction campaign, the agitation and the poor self-care. So we're talking about over-the-top anger, grandiose ideas, risky behavior, and really how to talk to someone about what you're seeing and how to help them.
Joanne, oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, it's been so long. Oh, wow. Oh, it's great to see you again. Oh, boy. I'm doing great. I'm so good. You know what? We should sit down and order because I've got so much to do. You wouldn't believe how much I've got to do. Oh, I've got tons of shopping to do. This is a beautiful place. Look at this place. It's fantastic. It's giving me ideas for redecorating, which I need to do because I'm having this huge party, and I got to change the house around because it just isn't right, you know. And so I got to do a lot of shopping. I got a lot of planning to do. We should order. We should really look at this menu. We should really order. Boy, how do you read this thing? What's with the print on this thing? It's so darn small. How can you read the darn? Well, they make it big enough so people can read it for crying out loud.
What? Relax. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just. It's so much is going on. Oh boy, it's so great though. It's so really great.
So tell me about the party.
Oh, we're gonna have a huge party. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm hiring a band. I think I'll give you Bruce Springsteen because he's not doing much right now. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna have it catered. We're gonna have the best food. Maybe we'll cater from this place. I think maybe the menu large enough so I can read it. Maybe we'll cater from here, and we're gonna get champagne, and we're gonna get the Russian caviar, the really good stuff, you know. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
What's the occasion?
No special occasion, just to get all my friends together and celebrate life, you know? Everything is so wonderful.
Well, good, that's true. I'm glad you feel that you're that happy and everything, but this seems a little over the top.
Over the top? What do you mean over the top?
Bruce Springsteen?
Well, so what's wrong with me wanting to celebrate being alive and
Caviar?
so what? My friends are worth it. You're worth it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're worth it.
I don't appreciate
people
over the
that
top.
that you are with all the time, and we're just as happy with normal things. You're a little.
No, I'm fine.
What's going on? Are you
What's going
okay?
on? I'm fine. I'm great. I feel wonderful. I feel fantastic. I'm so full of energy and life. That's what I want to celebrate. That's why I want to have this party. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. We're going to have hundreds of people there. Well,
Hundreds?
oh, I'm inviting everybody I know. Everybody in my address book is coming. And even people I don't know. The neighbors. Everybody's coming. Everybody.
This party with hundreds of people?
Well, I'm gonna have it at my house, but you know what?
In your house?
Maybe you're right. You're right. It's not big enough. We gotta rent a hall. You're right. That's what I gotta do. I gotta put that on my list. I gotta rent a hall. That's on my shopping list. I gotta do that now too. I've gotta hurry up. We gotta get lunch. I got a lot to do. We gotta get moving here.
Maybe the guest list maybe needs to be pared down rather than renting a whole.
Oh no. I want everyone to be there. This is a celebration of life.
Okay, can you afford all of this?
Oh, that's what credit cards are made for. Don't worry about that. There's no problem there.
No problem?
No problem. I got plenty of credit cards. I'll just spread it out, put it on different credit cards. It'll be fine. Come on, you're gonna have the best time of your life at this party. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be the best. I'm telling you.
I'm a little worried about you. I'm really a little worried about you, Glenn.
I don't know what you're worried about. Everything's fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'm having a good time until you start bringing me down with this nonsense about worrying about me. There's nothing to worry about. I'm fine.
Reality.
This is reality. I'm having a party. That's reality.
Okay.
You know what? It was a mistake to come here. I just think I should go. I got a lot to do. I can't waste my time.
Okay, I'm gonna stop them. So what comments, questions, what signs do you see?
Manic.
Manic, what makes you say that? Hyper, yep.
Manic is you just walk the wall and you just
That's
freak out.
So off the
She doesn't seem
wall?
hyper to me at all. She seems okay.
Now, who do you think's the hyper one here? Janet, Glenn? So you think it's Glenn?
You do that well too.
I'm just happy. I'm full of life, energy. Come on. Don't be Debbie Downers here, you know.
So
Enjoy
what,
life.
What things are leading you to believe that he's hyper? Talking so fast.
Doing things that.
Delusions of
Delusions of grandeur. Choices.
Making bad
Making bad choices. Yep. Impulsive.
Agitated.
Agitated. Yeah. Any other signs? 5 signs that you could think of that we haven't mentioned?
The only one that thinks you're a little over the
Oh.
top here.
People were just getting weird ideas from television or something. I don't understand. I'm perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I'm the best I've ever been in my life. I'm so full of life and energy. It's great.
What did Joanne say that was helpful to Glenn?
Trying to calm him down.
Calm him
give
down, yeah.
Suggestions and.
She really lowered her tone of
Yes.
voice there to try to calm him down. So she used her nonverbal skills. What else did Joanne do that was helpful? Listening. Yep. Sometimes we just need to be listened to. I always say we're given 2 ears and 1 mouth because listening is twice as hard as talking. What else? Anything else that you saw that Joanne did?
Tried to bring him back to reality.
Try to bring it back to reality by saying, can you afford this? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you afford this?
Oh,
Yeah.
money's no object. It doesn't
You know,
matter.
trying to get the list down
Yeah.
and money
Yeah, make it more manageable. Asking how he's gonna afford this. What else can you think of to talk to Glenn about? How do you approach him?
Take some deep breaths.
Take some deep breaths. Joanne should stay calm, which she did a really good job of staying
I'm
calm.
hyperventilating.
Said take deep breaths, I took deep breaths.
Just breathe through your mouth and go with your mouth.
Do the 4x4 box.
Yeah, 4x4 breathing. What else? What else could have Joanne done? Yes, young lady.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say what could be done with it. Well,
Yeah.
maybe he didn't take his meds because he really seemed very poor.
Meds, I feel great.
Are
I'm
you
feeling
currently
wonderful.
taking meds?
Meds, I'm feeling great. I like taking pills when I'm feeling good. I don't want to not feel good anymore.
He sounds bipolar.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't face reality.
It's not fake, you don't think he's having these problems.
Now, Glenn, how long have you been in this really good mood for? would you
Oh,
say?
about 3 days now, I'd say.
3
About
days.
3 days, yeah. And it's great. It's the best. It is really
Yeah,
good.
wait till you crash.
I'm not crashing. No. This is the way it's gonna be. I'm not going back to that. No way. No.
Denial.
Denial, yeah.
Wow. That's a river in Africa. I'm fine.
Yes, young lady.
Joanne she remained calm.
Yeah. She remained calm. She didn't get angry
She
or
didn't
frustrated.
She listened.
Yep. She
And
listened.
She tried to lead him in the right direction.
Right, without pressuring.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes when I take medication, you like being manic. You like being manic, like being alert, and like on the wire, instead of not taking medication, you got the wire out.
Right, you could get so much done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the manic feeling.
Oh, I cleaned the whole house yesterday. I mowed the lawn. I trimmed the hedges. I washed the dog. Oh, now I got still more things to do though. The list just keeps growing and growing. There's so much to do for this party. I've got a lot to do, but I'm getting a lot done.
What happens if you can't accomplish all this?
I'm gonna get it done. It'll happen. I'll just push harder. That's all. Push harder.
How many
That's all.
days you
4 hours in a
think you
day.
have this?
What's that?
How many days do you think you could have all this stuff?
How many days to get it all ready for the party? Well,
No, for everything that you.
For
that you
everything?
do, yeah.
everything is life. I mean, I'm
Now, how many days are you gonna prepare yourself, not only for the party, for the dog, or for gardening, or whatever? How long do you think it's gonna take?
To do all those things.
Or you think it's gonna take?
probably
a
no
month?
time at all. I mean, it'll go. I've got so much energy. It'll be quick. It'll be quick.
Yes, young lady.
Do you realize that you're in a manic state of mind? Do you realize your illness is
I'm not manic. I'm just happy. I'm
So
I'm
you're
full of
in
life.
denial.
Denial.
You're in denial.
No, I'm here. I'm not in denial. I'm
Well,
just.
what are some of the suggestions that you have to go to a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or
This-
join
I
a
don't have
place
time
like
for that.
this?
I don't have time for that. That's what
Why?
I should do. I've got this whole list of things to do to get ready for this party.
Would you write a list of things you do and mark them off as you do it?
Well, I've been working more. You should see how much I've crossed off in the last 2 days.
So how can you get anything done if you're in denial with your mania and you just crash out and nothing gets
Well,
done?
I'm not crashing out. I've been going for like 3 days straight. I haven't crashed. It's been great.
How about your confusion?
Yeah, how can you predict the future?
Like how
That
many
you're not gonna
days?
crash out.
Well, I don't look
That
at it
you're not
that way.
in denial about your mania.
That's depressing. I don't want to be depressed. I'm having fun. I'm going to keep having fun.
So you don't,
Well, an hour or two, yeah, but that's all I need.
so you don't want to face reality.
This is reality. What do you mean I don't want to face reality? This is reality.
You
I'm
don't want to
happy.
reach out for help.
I don't need help. I'm happy. I'm enjoying this. I was enjoying it until now. I don't
So the
know.
gentleman in the back that said he enjoyed being manic, I'm gonna put you on the spot
Yeah.
for a second. What was helpful to you? To realize, to get help?
Well, it took me like a year and a half, I was manic for getting up like like I was only living on 2 hours of sleep. I was on no dose and Vibrant back then, so I could stay awake. I was like running around with a chicken with his head cut off. I had 2 jobs, working 7 days a week, 12, 13-hour days for a year and a half, and I finally crashed and wound me up in the hospital for.
Yeah. Was there anything that anyone said to you that kind of made you be like, you know what, maybe there is something going on mental health wise?
I can identify with it.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Identify with it, and I've been there and I've crashed and burned. It's for 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, I crashed and burned.
Yeah. Was there anything that anyone said that was helpful to you to realize that maybe you needed to seek help?
Get a talk to who could be.
Okay, so there was nothing your family or friends could have said, or looking back on that, do you think there's anything that would have been helpful to you?
Because what stage you're in, that's a stage question.
Right. What else? Anyone else have any suggestions?
Well, I made sure, I've always been mad. Okay, my daughter's worse than me, but I always been mad. And I didn't realize that people say to me, slow down, too fast.
Yeah.
Always on the go, always on the go. I mean, I would work 12 hours, sleep an hour, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I was paid right now. I would wash the clothes so much of I had to pay every 6 months. I would go to 4 vacuum cleaners and
Was anything helpful to you that your friends or family said?
yeah, once people started saying, you know, and then my doctor said to me,
Your primary care doctor?
yeah,
Okay.
and he says to me, what happened was receptionist didn't show up, or got sick, and I was answering his phone. While I was answering the phone, I'm leaving the place. Waiting, there was a window. And he came out and he says to me, Angela, you have a problem? I said, I have a problem. He goes, yes, you do, and you don't realize it. Well, a year later, I had a nervous breakdown. That's how bad it got. I couldn't control myself. And now I'm slipping the other way too bad. I mean, my husband made me like a tool belt. I had my stool, I had my Windex, I had my big towel, everything. And when even as far as using my phone, I used to explain to people, I didn't remember my stories, but I also cleaned it for myself.
So it sounds like when a professional said maybe you have a problem.
Yes. And I was kind of, maybe not, you know, you don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
And then I wound up having really bad nervous breakdown. And that's when I moved here. You know, I really had a bad one.
Yes, young lady.
So maybe what would be helpful if someone, like his caseworker or someone, spoke to him to find out if he did indeed stop his medication.
Yeah.
That could cause these symptoms when he stopped the meds.
Have you ever been on medication?
I don't need the pills anymore.
Have you ever?
Yeah, but
All right.
I needed them then, I don't need them now. I feel good. I feel good. Why do I need pills for
So
myself?
in other words, you took your pills and stopped taking them and you didn't feel fine.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You were taking medication.
Yeah.
You stopped taking it, which you thought you felt really fine.
I do feel really fine. Yeah, so I stopped taking the pills.
Do
'cause-
you realize that one day you're gonna crash so bad? Why are you denying it?
It's not gonna happen. I feel great.
Everybody says
I
it's
feel
not gonna happen.
fantastic.
People say I'm not gonna get a cold, did you?
Well,
I
that's
want-
them,
I'm not
that's
gonna
not
get a
me.
cold.
You know, I feel really,
So you're
really good.
you're a Superman.
Right now, I feel like it, yeah. I
What
do.
happens if Superman can't fly anymore?
Well,
Don't deny that.
That's tough for him. You know,
And
that's not
that could be
me.
you.
That's not me. I'm fine.
Do you admit that you can't fly anymore?
I could never fly, but I could run really fast. And I have been running. I'm sorry, what's
What
that?
happens if you break your leg and you can't run?
Well, I'm on. You know, I'll get
So you
around.
have an excuse for everything.
I'll deal with it.
You just have an excuse.
I'll I'm not letting things get in my way.
Yeah, no excuse for
I did
it.
enough of that, with everything was a
That's not
problem, and
reality.
every time a little thing comes along, it's a huge hurdle, I can't get
Oh,
over
yeah,
it.
see,
No, I don't have that anymore. I'm done with that.
Really, Matt?
I'm done with that, I'm fine.
Yes, sir, in
I'm
the
just
back.
going through it.
Yeah, at some point, for me, at some point, my character split, my personality split, and I thought like, the Messiah complex, illusion, fantasy, illusions, the whole, I'm out of that in my mind. What happened was I crashed and I drove my car like all the way to halfway across the country, back, there's a gun screaming outside my window. I was sick.
Yeah,
I was very sick, losing grandeur, losing famous, the whole thing.
yep.
Bad, crashed really bad.
Any final comments for Glenn or Joanne?
I think Joanne's doing great.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, you comforted him.
Yeah.
Yes.
She showed compassion not only by what she was saying, but how she was acting. Her body language, like you said, touch.
That's why I'm friends with her, she's a great person. That's why I want her to come to the party.
So I want to thank Joanne and Glenn.
Thank you.
The next scenario you're about to see features 3 friends talking about a trip to Atlantic City. 2 of the friends realize that their friend Bob is not quite acting like himself. The sign that we're going to focus on in this role play is personal care, withdrawing from friends and family. Bob used to be a social butterfly and now he hardly leaves his room. So again, it's pointing out what you're seeing, encouraging support, encouraging help and hope.
Well, Bob, are you excited about going to Atlantic City with us?
I'm not gonna go.
Oh, I'm excited, I think it's gonna be a great trip, we're gonna have fun, right?
Oh my God, yeah, we'll get on that bus, we'll have a lot of fun.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
wait to get down there. Come on, Bob, come on. You're gonna go, aren't you?
I've been there so many times.
Yeah, and how many times have you won? Huh?
Nobody ever wins down
Oh
there.
my gosh,
Nobody
yeah.
ever
Come
wins.
on.
Bob, that's not
You
like
win
you.
$5 and
You're
that's-
usually like, you give you $5, you're gonna come back with $1 million. It's-
Nobody does that.
You've always done that, for years we've been making these trips, and you've been the life of the party all the time.
That's
Well,
right. You even have fun on the bus, with the other seniors on the bus. We play bingo, you can win money there. We sing songs
That's
there.
just
In fact,
silly.
last year you led the sing-along, remember?
Yeah, and I felt like I was in camp when I was 12.
It was great, we all had fun, it was a hoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
think
hope you
about-
got stuff planned for this trip, more
You
songs.
know, I think maybe I've outgrown that. I don't know. I just don't feel like it.
Well, where else can you go with a roll of pennies, put them in a machine, and win $50? I do that all the time.
Bob, I'm worried about you. This is not like you. I mean, as a matter of fact, now I think about it, last few weeks, I haven't seen you participating in anything. You didn't come to card games. You didn't go play bocce. You don't even go for a walk in the park now.
Is there something happening? Yeah.
No, I've taken up reading. That's what I enjoy doing now.
Oh, we don't like to
So I
read,
go in
Bob,
my-
but-
Well, obviously you don't like it as much as I do. I'd rather sit in my room. And the last time I played cards, it was with 4 people I didn't even know. And I just got the feeling they didn't want me there, so.
Oh,
Everybody
I
enjoyed
believe
your
that.
company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
You had us all
Yeah.
laughing. It was great. You were telling jokes.
What do you think we're talking to you now about going to Atlantic City? We want you to come. You're
Bob, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening? This isn't like you.
Why does something have to be happening? I don't understand that.
Well, you've changed. This is not the Bob I know.
Well, maybe you didn't know the real Bob. I don't know.
Bob, we've been friends for 10 years.
Yeah?
We think you are a good luck man. Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Well,
always win when you're along.
last time you put 50 cents in, you won $3, and you were gonna buy drinks for everybody there. You made a fool of yourself.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
having a good time. Just like people are having a good
Yeah.
time. Oh, you used to have a good time. I don't understand what's
You
going
know,
on.
I just don't find it as exciting as I used to. That's all.
But, well, then maybe you need to find something else that's exciting.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, you can't spend your life cooped
Oh,
up in
this
your
This is
Yeah.
really exciting. I'm reading about this spy, and it's got guns and everything, and it's
Well,
cool.
okay, maybe you should join a book club so you'll be with people and be talking with people.
You don't want to go without him, do you?
Well, I want to go, but I hope he comes along.
No, I'm not gonna go. I appreciate it, but I'm just definitely not gonna go.
Oh, it won't be any fun for us without you, Bob. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't be
God.
responsible for that.
I don't understand what's going on with you, Bob. I really don't. This is totally different.
Why does something have to be going on?
Because this is totally different from the way you
Yeah,
normally
you've never been
been.
this
You know
way
what?
before.
You used to go to the dances?
Dr. Freud, thank you very much. I appreciate the session, but
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go finish my book.
Oh, but
Okay, I'm gonna stop them.
worried about
So what comments, suggestions do you have for the group?
Isolating,
Isolating, yeah, that's one of the 5 signs. Depression,
depressed, and he's getting anxious.
Withdrawn and feeling hopeless.
exactly. Withdrawn, feeling hopeless, not himself.
I don't feel hopeless.
And you're reading the book upside down too, I can
I hate people like you.
So what else can you see that Bob's feeling? Anything else that we missed? Withdrawal, negative, not doing the things he used to love to do.
Yes, that was cynical.
Cynical, yep.
What was it?
Defensive, angry. Yes,
I
young lady.
don't like it that he's reading gun.
Yeah.
They call it postal nowadays.
Oh, what are you worried that I'm gonna pick up some spycraft and then?
You never know.
Yeah. You never know, especially if someone's feeling withdrawn and sad. Yes.
You know, they
gentlemen,
have
in
a
the back.
middle age crisis, maybe he's having an old age crisis.
You can go him.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, depression is quite common in people that are older.
You know, I'm not depressed.
How do you know?
Because everybody gets like this sometimes. Everybody feels, no. You never felt bad for a while and just felt like being by yourself and you never felt like that?
I mean, one day, of the year, you know, how long
When I was
was
feeling
depressed?
this way.
Yep.
It's
that'll be
been
my
weeks
question.
he's been like this, that we haven't seen him participating. He's been holed up in his apartment.
And you got
Hardly see
caring
him.
friends that are
You're
missing
pushing, yeah.
what they know.
You're hitting the danger zone.
Hey, they're my friends, I like them, but they're just, they're being nudgy now, you know? I mean,
It's because we care about you, we love you, man.
That's right, we do, we care.
Love me from afar.
That's just not like you, Bob. I mean, geez, you're the big
What am I
hugger of
like?
the group for crying
I
out
don't
loud.
understand. Me, not like me. I'm me. This is how I am.
Now, you were an outgoing person
it's
before,
not how you were.
friendly person, willing to do things,
Yeah.
try new things.
Maybe that wasn't
Now,
me. Maybe that wasn't me.
For 10
How many
years.
years
Oh,
was
yeah,
it?
how many years is that?
How many years
Yeah.
did you feel, you know, that wasn't you?
I've known him for 10 years. He's always been the life of the party. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's a
That
funny,
shows that was him.
lively, happy guy.
So it's not like he was an introvert before. He was always like
He's the one who
like,
got us to come
party.
to things. You got us started on the Atlantic City bus trips for crying out loud.
So what do you think Cy and Glenn did that was helpful and supportive?
Encouraging you.
Encourages him, yep.
He was
Showed,
nice and show he could have a good time.
yep,
Be his old self.
yep.
And they weren't pushing. Yeah.
Make him feel wanted, not being pushy.
Yeah.
They recognize that something was wrong.
Yep, they recognized that something was wrong, and more importantly, they gave examples of what they saw that was wrong. So they weren't just saying you're not acting like yourself. What else? Anything else?
They reminded him of his work.
Yeah, reminded him of his work, gave him some hope. They were compassionate. What else would you have said to Bob? Yes, young lady.
They suggested he join a book club.
Yeah, so they gave him suggestions. Maybe even go with him.
He just wants to be away, isolating himself from the world.
So how do you help someone that wants to do that?
We try to talk to you about seeing somebody, you talk softly to them, you feel, you know, oh, I'm so concerned, and could you do it for me, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
That's supposed to make me feel
Exactly.
better?
You let them know.
That somebody feels bad about me?
No, not
They
bad,
could
they're
relate,
concerned.
Worried about it.
Yeah.
They're worried you're not,
Maybe you should talk to somebody.
You know,
They've
even
got a
leaving your
counselor
room.
here, you know?
you know, you're not
Bridgeway's a
leaving your
good
room.
organization.
Yeah, so give some support, maybe call with him. And I like
I'll
what
go to
you
the
said.
counselor with you if you want, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Heck, I'm screwed up, I could use some work, you know?
I mean, if you were
I'll tell you what, you go, tell them all about me, and then you come back and tell them what he said.
And if he says that he thinks you should see him, will you come with me then? I'll do that, I'll go alone and tell him about you, but if he says you should come, will you come?
We'll see.
You're refusing.
All right, I'll go, I'll make an appointment
You're in
tomorrow.
denial.
We'll
You're
see
just
if it goes.
refusing, you're in denial. You think you're fine. Friends around you, people you know, realize that you change.
I think the great thing that you said was, if I was feeling like that, you would want to help me, right?
Right.
I think that was a great thing to say. And they connected with him because they noticed something was wrong, so they engaged him in conversation. What else could you say to Bob? Anything else that we're forgetting?
I would want him, I would ask, would you come to the store because I'm confused about something? I know you know something about this, could you help me with this?
So get him out?
Even get him out of his room. Even telling me to come in, or come in my room and I'll tell you about it, show you or whatever.
Right?
That's a slow start.
Right, yep, so that's the first step.
Yeah?
Baby steps. Yes, young lady.
Have you been, suicide ideation?
Sorry? What?
Have you had suicidal ideation?
Susan?
Suicide.
No,
That's good to hear.
I'm not, no, I don't feel.
Why do you feel you have to be alone? What makes you?
Because I'm tired of people sometimes. Don't you just get tired of
Tired of people or they're
yeah,
just tired?
tired of people. You know, they're always like putting pressure on you.
So, you feel like you're being pressured.
I don't
Well,
know.
what would you call it? Here, I'm sitting here trying to read a book. Two of my so-called friends, and they are my friends, have done nothing but berate me for the past few minutes.
No, they're.
no.
Hey, I'm
We're not
sorry if
putting
you
you
made
down,
you
we're
feel
trying
bad,
to-
but we're just
They're
concerned.
showing you they care.
I'll tell you what, back off a little bit. Maybe that's what I need.
Denial.
Yes, sir, in the back.
If you saw a doctor, what would the doctor say to him? Let's go there now. What would the doctor, if you saw a doctor, what would the doctor say to him?
Yeah, that's what we want to find out. That's why I want
Yeah.
you to go see the doctor. I'll go first, like we said, and then he's gonna say he wants
Tell
to
me
see
to
you.
lose weight, that's all I need.
We can all do that.
Yeah.
I think that and I have to diet because I feel very overweight because this is the heaviest I've ever been. She's a twin. Not the way, see, I don't see it that way. I understand I'm not overweight. But when I gave birth to my last child, before I gave birth, they put you on a scale. And the nurse said she was going to throw me out the window because I was actually 12 pounds.
So weight gain could be a sign of depression.
Oh, yeah.
Any
A
other?
loss to somebody, a
Yeah.
loss of even a thing like that was handed down, something very special to you, anything that's special.
Yeah, anything could be really
And
a
it
trigger
could
for
be
depression.
incurable but not knowing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Subconsciously, you're not knowing. And if you don't go help yourself, nobody's
Yeah.
gonna help you. No one's gonna be concerned about you anymore.
On that
Because
note,
everybody backs away and you really isolate, and you decide you want to do something, they just brush you off. Because this is what you're doing right now. And you say you don't care. Someday you will.
My reader?
No, it's called helping myself, reading about psychology, getting help from the staff here. I was with Sussex, I was with Bridgeway. I had an excellent therapist. I'm very straightforward. I speak my mind. Right, ladies?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem for you.
You should listen.
The sometimes,
It's making a lot of sense.
I can be too outgoing.
Really?
Oh, yes, I am.
I'm not getting that.
So maybe calling, sitting with Bob and calling to maybe find the right support for him. I want to thank Bob, Cy, and Glenn. In this scenario, what you're going to see is Joanne going to visit her father, Cy. He recently lost his wife, and she lost her mother, and she's just checking on him because she hasn't heard from him in a while. And this really focuses on the hopelessness sign in the Change Direction campaign, and also to giving direction and giving hope.
Hi, Dad.
Oh,
Were you sleeping? I'm sorry. I didn't
I
mean to
was
wake you.
taking a nap, I'm very tired, yeah.
Oh, in the middle of the day?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
I came to see you. I'm concerned about you. I want to make sure you're
What are
okay.
you concerned about? I'm all right.
Well, you certainly look a little disheveled. You don't look so together like you usually do.
Wow.
You're usually such a snappy dresser, all buttoned up and with your tie and...
Well, how would you feel if you just lost your husband? You know, like I lost your mom, you know?
I know, dear, I lost my mom. I lost my mom, and I'm trying to pull myself together. But you, wow, look at the house, Dad.
Yeah,
There's dishes in the sink.
I miss her so much, you know.
Have you done the dishes?
We do.
What is going on?
Dishes, how many dishes are in there? Only
Only about 6.
or 6, maybe even 7. What's the difference? I'll get to them.
But the house was always so neat, and now it looks like there's stuff all over the place. What are you doing? Have you been out at all? Tell me, what have you been
No,
doing?
I haven't been out, you know.
Why not?
Well, I miss your mother.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I miss her too.
She's always to do everything together, you
I
know.
know, but it's 6 months. It's time to pull yourself together a little bit
Well,
and start seeing your friends. You have so many wonderful friends. Have they called?
maybe in a little while. Well, the telephone is ringing, but I don't answer, you know. Your mother used to answer
Dad.
the telephone all the time, you know.
What do you mean you don't answer it? What if I'm calling? I'll think you had something bad happen to you.
Well, you don't live that far away. You come over and see me.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
It was a week.
Yeah. Has it been that long?
Yes, it was a week since I was here.
Yeah.
I worked. So now I came.
I'll be all right. You know, I want to take a nap. I'm so tired, you know.
Well, why don't we go to the grocery store? I just...
What do I need? I'm only one person.
I know, but you have nothing. It looks like there's just cereal.
Well, that's what I eat.
Well, you need a little protein,
It's good cereal.
some fresh fruit, vegetables, a nice salad.
I don't feel like eating all that stuff, you know.
You don't feel like eating all that stuff. That's stuff that you need to...
And Mom did all the cooking, and I don't know what to do. I can't make food for
Well,
myself.
how about if I bring something over? I'll cook it at my house and bring it over. Or you can come over and eat with me. Would you like to do that?
No, I don't want to do it. I want to stay right here, and you know, I feel close to your mother when I'm over here. She used to sit in that chair next to me all the time.
Oh, I know she
Yeah.
did, Dad. I know.
Yeah.
But she would not want you to be depressed. She would want you to be living your life.
Yeah,
This
well,
would not make her happy to see you like this.
perhaps, but you know, she doesn't know that unless she.
Oh, maybe she does.
Well, I hope not. You know.
Well, you need to live the best life you can live.
Yeah,
and
I
you're-
love it so much. We used to go on trips all.
I know, you
we
can
used to
still go
bus
on
trips
trips.
and boat trips, and oh, we had so much fun together. Yeah, but I don't feel like doing that now. Perhaps a little later. So, all right.
Well, like I said, it's 6 months. I think it's time you took one step toward doing something.
Well, give
Just
me
get out of the house.
Give me a little more time, all right?
Okay, I'm gonna stop that. So what comments do you have for Cy or Joanne? Yes, young lady.
Have you think of talking to a grief counselor about your loss? I lost my dad. I had a grief counselor.
Grief counselor, no.
Yeah, grief house is a group where everybody has lost a spouse that they haven't had years, father, love, anybody that's, you can express
That
your
would be good for
feelings.
you, Dad.
No, I
You're
don't
very
need it.
depressed.
I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody to tell me what to do.
Nobody's gonna tell you what to
Yeah.
do, you're just gonna get it off your chest.
Maybe goes to family.
Yeah.
No,
You have to,
Go with
your
you.
daughter wants you to go out over her house.
no.
You're,
I don't want to ever forget her, I want to remember the way it was, you know, so.
but it's not the way it was. It's a big change in your life.
Well, I
You have to accept that change. That's what grief counseling will help you.
But nobody's asking you to forget about her, but we want you to keep living. You're alive, and you need to
And you
live.
know what? Before she passed away, it still doesn't mean every night we said, I love you, honey, miss you, good night, and throw her a kiss.
Well, it's kind of hard for me to do that when she's not here, you know. I think about her a lot, but,
So speak to her.
you know.
Yes, sir.
When my dad died 10 years ago, I went to the bereavement center in Parsippany, and I didn't know what it was going to be about because it was my first time going there. And I started telling stories about my dad, and everybody got a big kick out of it, and I had laughs galore, so everybody would tell their stories, and we all had a big laughter until we cried session. And I mean, I don't go to bereavement center to make everybody laugh until they cry, but it does happen because a lot of people have funny stories, and you can go to a bereavement center and tell your story about how you and your wife used to do things and funny anecdotes you had of all the happy times in your marriage, and then
Yep. So it's an opportunity to talk about your spouse, your family member.
See, I almost went through the same thing, well, I did basically, the same thing when my father died. He was my father, my mother, and my best friend. And I had gotten pregnant, which I wasn't supposed to get pregnant at all. And I got pregnant when my daughter was a month old, or 3 weeks old. And he had passed away, my daughter was only 3 weeks old. And I kept saying, oh God, I gotta get up and feed her. Oh God. And I think if it wasn't for her,
So she
I
was
would have
motivated.
worked hard, you know, and I missed him. He came over every day, he was there for dinner, he used to stay at my house, sleep over every day. So it was like losing, like I said, even like almost like a spouse, of course, you know, sexual love, but, you know, I cooked for him, we would make meals together. So to me, I lost my best friend, everything.
He was a huge part of your life.
It was my life. It was my life.
So what on those 5 signs do you think Sai's experienced?
Depression.
Depression, not taking care of himself.
Not eating right.
Yes, young lady in the back.
There's a lot of different stages of grief.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you can't force somebody to go to the next step if they're not ready. And I totally understand where she's coming from because when my dad lost my mom, you know, he was similar in some ways, but he did join a support group, a grief group at the church. And it took him a while before he really wanted to go on a regular basis, but he tried, and I've talked to other people that had similar situations. They go to a grief group, but they're really not ready. But a couple months later, somebody keeps encouraging them.
Right.
But you have to kind of explain to him, it's okay to feel the way you are. It's okay. You gotta, you know, not berate them so much, but, you know, explain to them it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be unhappy.
Right.
But let's start in small steps. Okay, maybe I can come and bring a meal once a week, or, you know, I can help you do the dishes, or can we turn on some music that might make you feel better? He may not be ready to go out yet,
Yeah.
but you know, it's always good to encourage him, but not to
Force him.
berate him.
Yeah. So baby steps,
Right.
really letting him know that what he's feeling is okay.
Yeah.
That people in similar circumstances might have felt the same way too. I saw some hands in the back, and then we'll work our way up to the front. Yes, young lady. Yes.
There is no time limit. I was young, widow in my 40s. I still drink to death, but there is no time limit. You know, there are the, you know, two process stages of death. The grieving, there's no time limit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's forever.
Yeah. And people grieve differently.
Time to just push on.
Yeah.
Grief is always.
What was helpful to you? Anything that was helpful that you could think of?
I'll have to attempt to join him in
Yeah, and that feeling of hopelessness too that Sai said. It's hard.
And I still have the house that looks,
So the memories.
no, disarray.
Mm.
That still goes on.
And it sounds like it's a daily process.
Yeah.
Someone had their hand up in the back. Okay, I thought I saw something. Yes.
I've learned that a lot of people can mourn, seriously mourn, then you get very angry at that person who left you.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking about the happy times, the good times. You'll never get over your grief. But you have to, like I just started to get involved again, you know, my mother was still alive, but she was never a mother to me. All of a sudden she wanted to be really close to me because I had a baby and all that. And I let her, all right, but I never trusted her. Because what she did to me, I never let her stay with my children. But it slowly builds up that you can do things. It takes a while, but you'll never forget this. You'll never ever forget.
And you'll never forget, he'll never forget his spouse. Just because
Yeah,
he starts
you'll never
doing stuff
forget,
doesn't mean.
But he's got to start thinking, like, he's so depressed now, and you will get angry that she left. That's the thing, not when she passed away, or she was ill and passed away. She left me, how dare her?
Yeah.
You know, you'll say to her, how dare you?
I know, and a couple of people were talking about the stages of grief. Yes, young lady.
Well, I was thinking two things. One, within the last almost 2 years ago, I lost my dad, and I've been the primary caregiver for my mother, like as far as her emotional needs. And I felt that something that really helped her was to make sure she felt needed.
Yeah.
That she had purpose.
Like a purpose, yeah.
Yeah. And so I might go to her for more things than I would have in the past, or include her in things, her opinion, things to make sure that she had, you know, she felt connected and like she had purpose. And the other thing is too, is that as far as time is concerned, with the grief process, I mean, she's going on 2 years now, and then there could be days where it's almost like it's been a week.
Yeah.
But then she could be okay. So like, it's not linear, it's kind of.
Yeah,
down,
peaks
down.
and valleys.
Right. So the one thing that I heard was saying it's been 6 months, you have to ABC. I think highlighting how long it's been probably isn't that helpful. Like, it's not about
the length of
the months,
Yeah.
the calendar. It's about how the heart is healing. That's been my experience with it. So I think that I would just stick close.
Stick
And
close.
if it has to be on his territory, I'd be on his territory.
Yeah.
Like until he was ready to let it out. Like that.
So like someone said earlier, bringing food to him, Joanne could bring food to him, get him involved in the decision making, making him feel important. Young lady in the back. No, you.
Yeah. Well, if she has children, they, Helise made a really good comment that make him feel needed. You know, I'm sorry mom's gone, I miss her too, but your grandchildren really miss seeing you, and you're still a grandfather. And you gotta kind of take over being a grandmother too, so you know, could you find it in yourself to, can we plan a day that you will feel like getting dressed and going out to someplace with the grandchildren or something, so they can still see you, you know?
And it's kind of showing who his supports still are and what he still has in his life. What else? Anything else? Yes, sir. And then Sharon.
Usually when a spouse passes away, the other spouse is very deep and down and depressed. That another 6 months to a year, the other spouse is gone. So he should live as long as he can. That's what she would have wanted.
Right.
And like I've been told in counseling, when someone passes on, the pain is, I cry about it or I dwell on it, and they say, well, I tell them it hurts. The pain is so hurtful. They say, in time it will pass. Time heals all wounds. Time does heal all wounds.
Yeah. Yes, Sharon.
I think the daughter could have shown more empathy. And they're both experiencing the loss of the same person. So instead of coming in and saying, why are the dishes piling up? Why do you look so sloppy? Why are you napping during the day? Like, all that was very critical. And she knows why he is. And she could have tried to mourn with him and show empathy and share her own loss and feelings, and that would help the person. It might seem like, well, I don't want him to be thinking those sad thoughts, but I think for most people, having another person by your side and sharing and empathizing with those difficult feelings actually helps to ease them.
Yeah, and that's why groups are so good too, because there's that commonality that you have. And talking about it, Joanne and Si talking about her mom and sharing that. And also too, using I statements instead of you statements.
Right. We. It's always a we thing, even with your spouse, your friends. Like if I had an argument with any of these two years ago, we have a problem, you know, I said something bad, but you know, said something, so it's our problem. We have a problem. And if I was his daughter, I would just kept talking, wash the dishes, clean the house, instead of saying, like you said, look at all the dishes,
This is not my first visit.
It doesn't matter how many times you visit.
Not my first visit.
No matter how many times you visit, the man always depended on the wife. Okay? Now he has to learn to depend on himself. So as you start cleaning, you start involving him slowly into it. Like my father did everything for me. My husband, call your father, call your father. After my husband died, one time my car broke down. And he said to me, my father was dead, 4 months, 5 months. Call your father. And I said, no, you're my husband, I'm calling you. My father's dead. That's when he realized that he was needed. I always depended on my father, and I never made him feel needed. But that's when we started doing more things, simple things. Like now he would help me with the clothes. A couple of times, you know, after dinner, we had the dishwasher.
So it sounds like you're saying baby steps, getting them involved, like this young lady said, letting them grieve on his own terms. There is no template. People grieve differently. Anything else I'm forgetting?
I have to say one thing. My father loves certain meals, and he only liked the way I cook, like my lasagna or my sauce, you know. Do you know, I wouldn't make them anymore. It's like, you know, why should I make them? My father's not here. And then, you know, my husband would say, oh, when are you going to make the lasagna? When you know, because I'm real Italian. Sundays we did the meat and pork bones, you know, the whole thing, cooked the sauce for 5 hours, and you know, I even have my own garden, because that's how I grew up, you know? And I just lost interest in my garden.
Yeah.
But my husband, who was a workaholic, he started saying, oh, look at the garden, it's all full of weeds, let's go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you started doing stuff together.
He was saying, let's help your mom with the garden, let's help your mom, let's help, you know?
And it became a family activity?
Yes.
Yep.
And my family, you know, my husband and children got close, but I didn't even realize what he was doing. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I actually heard my father in the room, 10 o'clock in the morning, say, Angela, put the coffee on. That's when he would come over every day with bagels.
So it's not about forgetting the memories.
No.
It's not about forgetting the person.
Every moment, my older daughter, she was extremely close like I was. She, for years, we couldn't talk about his death. And one day she started to.
And there it goes back to the point where everyone grieves differently.
Yeah.
So it's about showing compassion, offering support, offering help, doing stuff together, not pushing. So I want to thank Joanne and Cy. And what you've just seen are the mental health players, like I said earlier. They're a group of volunteers, and we go to different organizations, businesses, and perform role plays that really focus on different social issues, two sides of a conflict. It's a fun way to learn. And before I let them introduce themselves, I would just like to say that the views here aren't necessarily the views of the players. So I'm going to start with Cy.
Okay, my name is Cy Friedman. I live in Rockaway Township. I'm retired from a breakfast and lunch restaurant I had for 14 years. And I made bagels for 4 years. I'm a veteran of the Marine Corps. I've been 4 years in the Marine Corps during the Korean War. I've been acting for a long time. I started acting when I was 6 years old. And I'm still continuing. As a matter of fact, Bob and I have acted together. He's directed me in plays. And we sing in the choir together. So I have an active life.
I'm Joanne Flexer. I'm a retired English teacher, and I found the mental health player shortly after retiring, which was about 10 years ago. And I enjoy this more than anything, and you were just a wonderful audience, and it just makes it so rewarding what you do. Thank you.
Yeah.
My name's Bob Lowy. I live in Parsippany, Denville, on the border, so I am a Morris County. I have been acting and directing since I'm 11, so you got me deep back. Yes, Cy and I have performed a lot together, and this is what I've done my whole life, and I love it. And since I did retire from also teaching, this is probably the most fun thing I do, volunteering. So thanks for being a great audience.
I'm Glenn Kroom. I recently, last year, moved to Belvedere in Warren County. Before that, I was in Dover, which is where I got involved with the mental health players in Morris County. And I was actually on the board of the association for a couple of years. And I've been doing this for well over 10 years, and I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy getting feedback from all you people, which you were great. And like I say over and over again, I usually wind up learning more from you guys than we project to you. So thank you for your participation.
Again, I just want to thank you for being a wonderful audience, and to thank Carrie and Jerry and the wonderful people at Bridgeway for having us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy, Cy, Joanne, Bob, and Glenn. I appreciate you all coming, and this was a great performance. I just want to say that this is just an effort to bring awareness to one of the community campaigns that are going on these days to help raise awareness. There's a lot out there. Get involved, get some knowledge, go to the right websites, changedirection.org being one of them. And you can find out more information on some of the signs we learned about today. There's a handout back there, it looks like this. It describes the 5 signs of personality changes, anger, withdrawal, self-care or self-neglect, and hopelessness, and more information about it. A lot of you talked today about how to respond in ways that on the back here it starts to highlight connect, reach out, inspire hope, and offer help. A lot of you talked about connecting someone to services, making them feel connected to you. Get involved, know the resources, and do what you can. Please take some of the handouts tonight, and please do what you can to help us with this awareness effort in our area. Thank you all for coming. If you haven't signed yet, please do so on your way out. The sign-in sheets, if you haven't gotten them yet.